my God.
You're doing that big old box of food.
Oh, this is like 40 pounds. So remember it was before last I was talking about the food pantry? They didn't have a box ready. Today, I was able to get one. This is just for an individual, and family would get maybe 3 or 4 times the amount. This is a lot of good stuff. I was thinking maybe we could try to build a recipe from this today. They got some Thin Mints in here. They got Thin Mints, it's going down. Oh, they got Thin Mints, Jesse. Oh. And the Samoas, ooh. What do we want to make? Have you ever had canned pork before?
Have you ever used it before?
I've never used it.
Yeah?
I've never used it before. And I imagine it's pretty popular. Let's get this long grain, some long grain rice. Ooh, I'm gonna use pear, maybe some corn. Let's do that. Honey for some sauce. All right, let's just clear this out and let's get started with this ideation. All right, let's go ahead. First off, there's a lot of liquid in here. I'm gonna drain this pork. We're gonna use this broth. And then these are the pear slices. Just gonna pour a little bit of this. Yeah. All right, first thing we're gonna do is grab an onion. I'm gonna slice this up, chop up some garlic as well, fire up a pot. I'm gonna put it on a medium-high heat. We're gonna toast our grains before we cook them. Instead of using some olive oil, I'm gonna use some of the fat from the pork can. And here's the onion. A little pinch of sea salt to draw out some of the sweetness. Add in the garlic, and then I've got some long grain rice here. I just wanna make sure that every grain of rice is toasted before we add in the liquid. And if you have it, a little bit of dried oregano or some Italian seasoning. And remember to buy your seasonings in the bulk section of most grocery stores, so that way you can buy only what you're gonna use and keep your overall grocery bill much lower. Now we're gonna add in our liquid. We're gonna do some part of the pork juice, and we're also gonna use the water. This is gonna be an overall pork juice, so we wanna bring all the flavors together. Bring this to a simmer, and then we're gonna cover and cook this until all the liquid has been absorbed. So I was gonna cook up this pork, but I'm noticing that like this whole can has nearly 100 grams of fat. 30% of that is saturated fat, so I'm gonna try to rinse this and rinse off some of that fat. All right, so now that we've drained it, now we're gonna take a carbon steel skillet, fire it up on medium-high heat. Gonna add just a little bit of olive oil. In goes pork, and chop it up. To flavor this, you can use a taco seasoning packet, or you can use some smoked paprika, some chili powder. I'm gonna let it rest here in the skillet without agitating it, because I wanna get some crispy ends on it, kind of like carnitas. This smells so good. You see me over here like tasting it too as I go along. Crispy pork is like life. And checking in on the rice. Ooh, cooks a little bit faster, a lot faster than brown rice. Good. It's got some good seasoning on there too. We're gonna add in some corn and some frozen peas you can get from the grocery store. Inexpensive. All right, Jesse, so this is the part that's probably the most nerve-wracking, and that's the sauce. The pork looks good, the rice, it tastes incredible already, but I wanted to make like a sweet mustard sauce. Okay. So I got some packets of mustard. Then I'm gonna add in some pear juice. I'm gonna save the pear slices, add in some honey, and then a little bit of acid. So I've got some lemon, or you can also use some white vinegar. Taste and see what it needs. Actually, it's not bad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna heat it up inside of this skillet. And if you have it or you can get it, use some cornstarch. Arrowroot is a bit more expensive and harder to find. Mix that with a little bit of water. We're gonna add this to the sauce, just to thicken it up. Okay, let's bring it all together. Add some delicious fragrant rice with peas and corn, crispy spicy pork, sprinkle of fresh cilantro, and a drizzle of sweet pear sauce to offset the spiciness. Now it's time for a taste test. All right, Jesse, moment of truth. Oh my God. I don't want to move away because that was good. That was a good bite. If you don't want to taste it, that's okay.
No, I need to get it on.
Get some of that pear sauce. What do you think about that?
That's got a sweet and savory to it that is hitting, man.
That taco seasoning, now pork is complemented so well with that honey mustard. My Pitman cooked it.
Yeah. You can use it as a verb now, right?
I'll take it. What I love most about this series that we're doing right now is that we're showing that it is possible to make more healthful decisions even when the circumstances aren't ideal and when finances are actually a really big barrier. So I'm so proud of these types of recipes just because they mean so much more, because I know that they can do a lot of good in the world. So whatever you do, if you make this recipe from ingredients from your local food pantry or from ingredients that you buy from the grocery store, whatever you do, I want you to make it your own. Just keep it calorie conscious and make tweaks that will actually complement your wellness goals, if anything else. And a huge shout out to the Stew Pot for donating today's box of groceries that we're gonna continually use and make recipes from. And also a big shout out to all the food banks out there all across the nation and around the world who are doing some amazing work by trying to curb world hunger. All right, so from my kitchen to your kitchen, stay blessed, keep it healthful, but of course, never ever boring. Bye y'all.